for September 29th at 10 a.m. It will be a waiver hearing, and I will be the judge assigned to this case. Mr. Robinson, I invite you to join us at that time. Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, we'll have counsel appointed by then. Thank you.
Mr. Gurander, anything further?
One item, just for clarification, Your Honor, the hearing on the 29th, is that in person or WebEx?
Thank you. That is a great question. It will be via WebEx.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right. I want to thank all parties for being here, and this concludes this hearing at this time. Court is qualification
Absolutely.
for indigency, but that is my intent, Mr. Skortis.
Very well.
And I thank you for being here. So, Mr. Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration of financial status and find that you are indigent. I'm provisionally appointing a Rule 8 qualified attorney to represent you on your case, Mr. Robinson. Along with their filing of their appearance of counsel, the assigned attorneys must file declarations with the court that outline their qualifications under Rule 8 and Rule 8C, under Rule 8B and Rule 8C for counsel appointment in a case where death may be a sentencing option. I'm ordering that those declarations be filed prior to the next hearing date, which is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. Mr. Robinson, I also wish to inform you of your right against self-incrimination. Anything that you say in court today could be used against you, and we want to protect your constitutional rights. Mr. Robinson, at this time, you will remain in custody without bail. Mr. Skortis, is there any other points that you wish to address?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Turning to the state.
Yes, Your Honor. Chad Grunander for the state. I'm also joined, and they're listed as attendees, Ryan McBride, Lauren Hunt, David Sturgill, and Chris Ballard. We are the trial team on this case. I do have a few points I'd like to bring up with Your Honor. We have filed a pretrial protective order on behalf of Erica Kirk. We would ask the court to review that. It should be in your queue, Your Honor, and sign that.
Thank you. I have reviewed the pretrial protective order and will be issuing this pretrial protective order in favor of Erica Kirk. Is there any other business that we need to address today, counsel?
Just for the court's information, we did file just recently, within the last few minutes, a notice of intent to seek the death penalty that was filed by Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray. So that should be in the court's file. Lastly, I would just indicate to the court and to, at this point, Mr. Robinson, that we are prepared to collect all of the discovery in this matter and get that turned over to the defense as soon as possible. Rule 16 requires us to provide what we have relied on in charging the information and bringing these charges within 5 days once it's requested. So that'll be prepared to disseminate to the defense as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Grunander. Mr. Robinson, what I also want to do is you have the right to have the charges read that you stand charged of, and I wish to read those to you at this time. Thank you. Mr. Robinson, for count 1, aggravated murder, a capital felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-5-202, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Charlie Kirk under the following circumstances. The defendant knowingly created a great risk of death to another individual other than Charlie Kirk and the defendant. Notice conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty or pursuant to Utah Code 76-3-207.7, a mandatory term of imprisonment for life without parole or an indeterminate term of not less than 25 years, and that may be for life. victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.14 sub 2. Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. Notice, if the trier of fact finds beyond a reasonable doubt that the victim targeting enhancement applies, the sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider the defendant's selection of the victim as an aggravating factor. Violent offense committed in the presence of a child aggravating factor, the sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider as an aggravating factor in their deliberations that the defendant committed a violent criminal offense in the presence of a child. Count 2, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony, in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-11-210 sub 2 and 3C, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant Tyler James Robinson discharged the firearm in the direction of Charlie Kirk, knowing or having reason to believe that Charlie Kirk may be endangered by the discharge of the firearm and that the act caused serious bodily injury to Charlie Kirk. Victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code annotated
NSS4, sleeker, faster, smarter. With a trio of
2. Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. Notice, if the trier of fact finds beyond a reasonable doubt that the victim targeting enhancement applies, the sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider the defendant's selection of the victim as an aggravating factor. Violent offense committed in the presence of a child aggravating factor. The sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider an aggravating factor in their deliberations that the defendant committed a violent offense in the presence of a child. Count 3, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-8-306 sub 2, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant Tyler James Robinson, with intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or pursuant to any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, conceal or remove the firearm used to shoot Charlie Kirk, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or a first-degree felony. Count 4, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code 76-8-306 sub 2, in that on or about September 11th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, with an intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, destroyed, concealed, or removed the clothing he wore during the shooting, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or first-degree felony. Count 5, tampering with a witness, a third-degree felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-8-508, in that on or about September 10th, 2025 in Utah County,
All right, this is crazy here because they're trying to charge him with tampering with a witness. Well, who was that witness? And I guess what they're doing is they'll probably take the boyfriend and use him as a witness, really when he shouldn't be, because he knew what was going on. He lied to them and told them he had no idea what happened and what was going on. But then all of a sudden, they got inside of his phone and they knew he was lying. It was all right there. And they also asked him to show the messages. So what do I think? I think he probably is going to be a witness. You know, do I think he should be? Not really, because he wasn't going to tell anybody. If this dude didn't get caught, he would have kept his mouth shut. I mean, a day went by or 2 days went by. He didn't tell anybody. None of them people did, even in the Discord. So maybe that's what other witness? It must be they have a witness, and now they're trying to tell. Was it his father? Is his father the witness? No, who's the witness to this that pinpointed him and said it was him at the scene? Uh, and I imagine they only did that after the police said, well, you're involved and you're going to go down and you're going to get just as much time. And they were like, whoa, 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 here you go. I imagine it went down something like that. You ain't going to have no life. It's prison now. Bubba's your new boyfriend. Yeah, no, here's the phone. Here's everything. Right. And that's probably how it went down. Let's continue. Debbie Fox says, I think he had spotters in the crowd. I did a video on that. I'm like Gray Hughes now. Go back and rewatch my video, Debbie. Gray Hughes. I'm not going to tell you people. You're going to have to go back and look at every single video. Oh, dang it. I just messed that up. Oh, wrong one. Sweet mother of God. Everything's going crazy.
Defendant Tyler James Robinson believed that an official proceeding or investigation was pending or about to be instituted or intended to prevent an official proceeding or investigation and attempted to induce or otherwise cause his roommate to withhold testimony, information, a document, or an item to wit, directing his roommate to delete incriminating text messages. Count 6, tampering with a witness, a third-degree felony in violation of Utah.
So the witness deleted the evidence by telling him to delete. Tyler told him to delete all the evidence and everything. Yeah, I imagine if this guy didn't get caught, they tracked him to his house, got Tyler's phone. Do you think anyone would have said anything? Leave a comment down below if you think anyone would have said anything if they didn't catch this guy or they didn't have his phone or whatever. I don't know. I think the government persuaded these people it'd be in your best interest to cooperate.
Code annotated 76-8-508 in that on or about September 11th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, believed that an official proceeding or investigation was pending or about to be instituted or intended to prevent an official proceeding or investigation and attempted to induce or otherwise cause his roommate to withhold testimony or information, to wit, directing his roommate to stay silent if the police questioned the roommate. Count 7, violent offense committed in the presence of a child, a Class A misdemeanor in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.10 sub 2 and 76-3-203.14 sub 3a little double I. In that on or about September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, committed criminal homicide in the physical presence of a child younger than 14 years of age, with knowledge that a child was present and that may have been seen or heard the commission of the criminal homicide. Victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.14 sub 2, Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. That concludes reading of the information. Mr. Robinson, this case is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. It will be a waiver hearing, and I will be the judge assigned to this case. Mr. Robinson, I invite you to join us at that time. Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, we'll have counsel appointed by then. Thank you.
Mr. Gurander, anything further?
One item, just for clarification, Your Honor, the hearing on the 29th, is that in person or WebEx?
Thank you. That is a great question. It will be via WebEx.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. I want to thank all parties for being here, and this concludes this hearing at this time. Court is in recess.
All right.
All right, it goes to recess. All right, folks, let us know what you think in the bottom comments. Who is he? He was talking to his boyfriend, and he was telling other people in Discord it wasn't him. It's that dang doppelganger that's been running around, getting them in trouble. So, which one is it? Is it the guy that we're seeing at the debate many times debating Mr. Charlie Kirk? And some of them debates were very anger filled. You could see it in the guy's face. And that guy also says he's an apprentice, a tradesman. Just so happens, well, Tyler was a tradesman. So is it the same guy? I don't know. Is it his doppelganger? I don't know. Is it a family member? I don't know. It looks like him to me. It looks like him to me. And we don't know how much Tyler changed his appearance within a year. Who knows if he was into any kind of illegal substance? Who knows if he wasn't sick from, maybe he caught something or, I mean, I hate to say it, maybe I don't know. But if there's a chance that he's telling the truth, he didn't do it, then why the letter? Why all the, I found a chance to take him out? I don't know, kind of crazy. Maybe this doppelganger was possessing him, controlling him, spelling him. Maybe. A lot of talk about that. A lot of people say, oh, it's crazy, Kramer, you're gone crazy. Well, whatever it may be, I didn't create this stuff. I was born in '68. This stuff's been around way before I came along. The Bible speaks of it. People are taught it. It's bad. Don't do it. It's real. I don't know. But I know this much. Well, this guy is at this rally debating Charlie. And this is only me looking a couple times to see if I can spot this guy anywhere else. And here he is again, debating Charlie. And I think I see him in one other. Is this the doppelganger? Or is it him? And I think it's him, because even what he says, the only thing I can think of is CIA took Tyler's life, and this guy's using it, right? Tyler was an apprentice tradesman in school. This guy that's debating Charlie says he's a tradesman in construction and an apprentice or whatever. And both things. And yeah, I don't know. Could someone change that much within a year? Yeah, depending on what kind of situation they're in. A lot of people are saying, well, he was radicalized on okay, well then he changed his whole, something possessed him. Something possessed him to do this. How can you be so mad at someone just because they think differently? I can see if Charlie attacked him violently, physically, then the kid, defends himself. But that's not the situation. It's a debate talking about, yeah, the right to speak your mind no matter what. What do? You let it roll off your shoulder, right? Even if this guy said Charlie was a hater or whatever, you let it go. It's a debate. Actually, you learn from it how to control your temper, under pressure in front of people and everything. So, to hold your composure, you learn from these debates. I know, probably don't sound. I don't even know. I don't even know where that came from out of me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once I was very stupid. I'm thinking about all the madness, Lord. Being stupid wasn't too bad. So we got this guy here that's at a totally different rally debating Charlie, and we got him right here. Same guy. And how many more times is he in the crowd or at the mic? I don't know. I've only gone through like 4 Charlie videos looking. Is he the doppelganger or is he Tyler? And his lips match and his chin does match, but you have to remember these are photos we're looking at, folks, or video. So if the camera is further away, the chin's going to look smaller, the ears are going to look different. As you get closer, the chin might look bigger, right? Depending on the angle and the photo and the lens. And yeah, lips might appear more fuller. Uh, I know it's freaky. The guy even looks like kind of like Kohlberger. But this is what we're dealing with in America, where these people are so fast to explode on someone or hate someone forever, right? Grudge so much they kill them. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I would have backed down, and said, enough's enough. I need to take a break from this. I pissed off a lot of people. Maybe I should take a little break, let it cool down. People will forget it. Well, maybe. You can't tell someone what to do, right? So pretty crazy to me. We'll see what else he got. He got charges to do with children for doing this in front of kids. Everybody there. I mean, this was like a politic rally debate. Children there, families there. And it probably would have went over great if this didn't happen. Now, who's this guy? If this ain't Tyler, who's this guy that looks just like him? Spitting image. Same trade, same thing. Construction or learning how to be in the trades or whatever. Whether it be electric, whatever, engineering, whatever. It's a trade. This guy talks about it a couple times in his debate. Is it a coincidence that Tyler is going to school for the same thing? I don't know, man. I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb. And no, I never served for our beloved Mother Green and the buck kicking machine. I wish my brain was in good shape back then, but it wasn't. I had a major accident. My brain was injured. And I still have bad days. Right? I ain't no police. I ain't no nothing. Just a citizen that don't want to see this. Once you grow older and you either have kids or family who have nephews, nieces, whatever, you wouldn't want this to happen to their family. So even people that don't know, that ain't professional, they have the right to voice their opinion. Well, let's see what Debbie's saying. I guess you are higher up or know someone. You get fast trials. Maybe, Debbie. Maybe they did. Maybe he will. I think he'll probably plead. The lawyers will come to him. The best thing to do, kid, is if you're guilty, then plead mercy, and they're gonna fry you. But if you work with them, and there was other people involved, and this was more than what it was, and other people knew, if it wasn't you, then tell us now. If it was this other guy, this doppelganger, that's been running around causing all kinds of trouble for you, kid, who is he? Do you know him? And if it added up that he said some dude's been going around causing trouble, the authorities been hunting him down, yada, 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 for stuff he hasn't done, probably drove him crazy. We don't know. All we can do is put it in God's hands. I'm going to be honest with you. It looks like Tyler Robinson. I could be wrong. And if that's the case, then he was at Charlie's debates more than once. And if he had that much hate towards Charlie, he might have been a stalker. He might have knew everything. He might have knew Charlie's whole year schedule. I mean, that much hate where you're going to kill someone over it. You know? And I bet you he's regretting it now. He just wanted to be a superstar. Wrong way to do that, kid. You should have been an engineer, and you could have designed something to save our lives from this madness. Save us from the sun or something. Engineer, the kid would have made a big money. Kid would have made a lot of money. It explains why he's driving around in a Charger. Effing big money. A car ain't cheap. I mean, to some of you people, that's a drop in them. Yeah, to me, that's big money. And at a condo apartment that he lived in, big money. How do you get money like that? Honestly, engineer, the trades, carpentry, electrician, concrete, drywall. Yeah, you will make big money, no doubt about it. This, killing people just to get your 15 minutes. Now you got nothing, kid. I'm an idiot, but I ain't that dumb to let someone talk me into that kind of stuff. I'll voice my opinion. I'll attack when the government calls me and says we're being invaded. Look in the sky and I see parachutes coming down. That's the enemy. Well, we're all in. But this madness, I don't think so. It's the same kid, just a closer footage. Same dude, just closer footage to his face. I got him 2 or 3 times in the crowd or at the mic. I don't know how many times. Like I said, you Charlie Kirk's sleuthies out there, go to town, see if you can place this face at any other rallies out there. Like I said, I got 2 of them already. I'm showing them to you right now. That's the same dude, different rallies, probably different year. Who knows? Now, I actually seen this rally where he's holding the bullhorn. Right? He was disgruntled. He was angry. Right? You can tell he was. Charlie had him. Right? It's where you know he might be right, but there's nothing you could do to come back. And I watched that, and he was very, he was telling him, Charlie, come on, like if he's gonna fight or something. So yeah, and look at the backpack he's wearing, uh, similar to the black one he was wearing. Well, maybe he had a couple. Who knows? I don't know if this makes sense to any of you folks out there. No, I can pull up a photo of Tyler, uh, who looks very similar. And like I said, we don't know how long it was been since these photos were taken. So things could have went south for that kid. He could have been mixed up with drinking, drugs, and sex with the opposite or with the same gender, and things went sour somewhere. Somewhere it went bad. Somewhere, maybe somebody did MK Ultra him and feed him drugs or whatever. And maybe he had an STD and he just went crazy. I don't know. Planned? I would say so. I would say this is planned. I would have stuck, if it wasn't him, I would have stuck with, it's that dude that's been running around. And then I would tell my lawyers, hey, listen, this guy's been causing trouble all over at these dang rallies. Looks just like me, my doppelganger. And I would have stuck with that. Wasn't me. I know it looks like me. But here's the thing. They got a gun. They got palm prints. They got DNA. And whoever it is, surely it's one of them. I don't know. Or the same dude. He just changed. And maybe this dude's evil that he conjured up for Charlie jumped on to Tyler. Debbie, what's that? What's that movie, The Djinn? It's a spirit, evil spirit, anger spirit that'll jump from person to person. Maybe. I'm not ruling out anything, folks. Why? Because this is the way I was programmed. This is the United States, where I know for a fact I've seen some crazy stuff. Anything is possible. Everything. Well, and that gets me to, they want to blame us for this and that. We weren't even born when they created this. We have nothing to do with this madness that was put in place thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. I mean, of course, we have something to do with it, meaning we're God's people and believe in God. I don't know. It's crazy. Just crazy. But like I said, I don't have all the answers. God does. These professional sleuthies, right? Let them deal with it. I'll do my best to help and voice my opinion. And I got a feeling we're going to see this guy in other rallies, possibly at the mic. If not at the mic, he's in the background somewhere in the crowd watching Charlie. Right? Probably makes sense. Tyler says, what does he say? He's got a chance. He's got a chance to take him out. He's going to be in that area. Maybe. Wouldn't hurt to check. But then again, here we are. We're battling our own government because our own government, if you don't trust your own government, I mean, we're all doomed. We're all doomed. There's no hope. The only hope we got is praying to God, because there ain't no hope. Even the people that we praise and think that are law-abiding citizens and working for good, and there's, Jesus is in them, and are corrupt. Yeah. What do you got then? Well, the only thing you got is God and hope and trust. But we trust so many people that we thought were good that literally were madmen. I don't know. I don't know what to do. All we could do is stick together as good people, keep an eye out, and we might have to get a different police. I don't know. I don't know. A branch of the government that is military, that patrols United States citizens. Maybe a police force expanded or something. Bring in robots. Yeah, anything would help. But then how far are we going to take this? How far does it go? I don't know. How far do we go? So far, we're living under a glass dome that's bulletproof from even nuclear weapons. Maybe. Can we do it? Is it possible? Maybe. That's what we might have to do. I can't believe all these leaders that are grandparents, that have their own families, can't hear the citizens' cries of make peace with these. Why ain't all these how come Putin, Trump, all these leaders, China, Japan, Korea, ain't working to save us? Somehow, coming to an agreement. This has gone to, we're the children. We become the children. Constantly battling. Ain't there enough of the world to go around for everybody to get? I don't know. How many times are we going to go through this? Who knows? Probably enough until we, get the confession. And that's another thing, right? I'm watching all this stuff. Gray Hughes has come far since he was a suspect in the Delphi case. I would have to say so. In the beginning of Delphi, there was a big thing with Gray Hughes, looking like the suspect or whatever. There's a lot of people said he put that out just to get people. I'm like, would that shock me? No, not coming from Mr. Hughes. Oh my God, Gray, why you always busting our balls? I think it's funny. Well, who knows? I don't know. But that is true. A lot of people say, he was a suspect. Yeah, I know. It's obvious if he had anything to do with it, he wouldn't be where he is today. But I find it hilarious. He was wanted for child porn. Oh, I had no idea about that. There's a couple of these YouTubers that are, and their families were wanted for it or something. But what can you do? It's their children. Right? It's horrible. It's got to be horrifying for Tyler Robinson's family, the mother and father, to turn them in. That's just got to be heartbreaking. But I'll tell you what. I don't know if we'd be able to handle that ourselves as parents. I mean, it's one thing your kid robbed a gumball machine. To do something like that, how did the parents not see it? Is my question. A change in them. Centennial Justice. Oh, they're hitting me hard with voodoo magic today and all kinds of stuff. Bear with me. Throat chakra. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of things here. Could Charlie have had numerous stalkers? Yes, after seeing that this guy's popping up at these rallies. Him saying himself he's a tradesman, apprentice. Yeah, it's connecting there. The bullhorn. Hey, see if you found a bullhorn. I'm waiting to see what was in the house. What they actually found was there numerous backpacks. Was there bullhorns? Was there numerous things? Uh, we don't know. But believe it or not, folks, I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm here to show you. That guy right there with the bullhorn. Is this guy right here. And this is a total different debate. And that guy right there, I believe, matches Tyler, his photo, or his life, one of the two. Is it possible this dude's running around causing all kinds of trouble, saying he's an apprentice, he's this, he's that, same thing as Tyler? I don't know. What do we got here, Centennial Justice? What do you? It's okay. I am stoked because North Dakota is bringing back spice vapes. Well, that's enough to run into the streets and jump in joy. How's it going, Debbie? They stood for a year. He became more politic and leaned left. Yeah, that might be the change in his appearance and everything. That might have brought on a change in the appearance. Yeah, we don't know. We're doing our best out here, government. I hope you can see that, Lord, most of all, Jesus. We're all trying to get to heaven. How far is heaven? Lord, won't you tell me? Great song. Well, voice your opinions down below. Let's see what else is going. There's more people. Oh, yeah, but I think what they'll do is the government will go knock on their door. And the kids will come up. Yeah, what do you guys want? I know my rights. I'm going to school. I'm going to be a lawyer. Yeah, we want you to look at this message that he was. Yeah, that's you, ain't it? Yeah, that's me. Why? Well, because see this right here? Who's that? That's Tyler. He's telling me that he killed some guy. Yeah, did you call anybody? No, I didn't call anybody. Yeah, that's why we're here. Come on, idiot. Come on, idiot. Down to the station. And then when they got to the station, they were like, you're looking at treason against the United States of America. You ain't never going to see the sun. And then they probably went ahead and were like, yeah, all right, but you got to protect me because there's more. So I need full protection. We know how it works. We know exactly how it goes. Well, what can you do? Not much. Keep looking, folks. You sleuthies out there. I'm not joking. See how many Charlie. You don't have to. I'll look myself, dang. I already found 2 within a couple minutes or so, scoping out the YouTube channels. Yeah, are we going to find out the truth that this guy was all over Charlie, just going through his whole life trying to find out? Yep, I wouldn't doubt it. Probably everything. I wouldn't doubt it. But there's a new video out about a new some kind of scandal going on with Charlie. I mean, it's just crazy. People cheering this on. Video being made. I think it was just put out a while ago. A scandal going on between Charlie's wife and something between Charlie and. I'm just waiting to see what this was. It just gets better and better. But then again, do we know anybody? Do we know anybody behind closed doors? Right? Not unless you're there 24/7 every single day. He had kids under 5 years old. I sent you that about an old dude. Yeah, they busted that old dude. Tyler said it was just some old dude causing trouble. They picked him up, and then he said, and they picked up some other guy that was dressed just like me. That was walking around the same area, all dressed in black and everything, carrying a backpack and everything. What a coincidence. Yeah, who knows? Who was that? Was that this guy? Who knows? Was it the other guy? We don't know. Somebody do something. Give me a shot of Lidocaine or whatever it is. I just want to go numb. Nah, well, what can you do? You're not listening. Who had kids under 5, Debbie? I don't know why I bother. What are you talking about, Debbie? It's okay, Centennial. I hope you are okay today. There's more people. Yeah, Centennial Justice. What are you talking about, Deb? No, go on. Who had kids? This guy had kids under 5 years old. He had kids under 5 years old. Who? I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know. I think she's probably listening to me in one ear and probably listening to Metallica in the other ear. Lost in Neverland, gang. And really, Debbie, what I think is this guy might be gang. I don't know how she does it. But there you go, folks. Sleuthies, go to work. Oh, these guys are better than me and stuff. Are you kidding me? Let them go to work. I just connect the dots. That's all. I know the government wants me to work for them and everything, but I'm too old. With all the curses and demonic things these people are putting into me, I can't do too much. I'm good for a couple hours, and then I'm all crinkled up or whatever. I don't know what they're switching lives with me. Who knows? They probably stuck me with a rusty nail. Probably tetanus. Who knows? Who knows what these people have done? Debbie, whenever you're ready to let us know what you meant, I'm listening. I see you in chat. All right, does anybody else have anything to say? Other than, Kramer, you're an idiot. I've heard it my whole life. And you're right. You folks are right. Just an idiot. That's it. I make fun of it because if you let it get to you, you'll become engaged with hate. And I'm not into that. Never was. Debbie says, never mind. She's tired. All right, you relax. You had a busy day today. What do we see in the background here? MAGA hats. Make America great again. Wow. Was MAGA the one that radicalized them? Debbie, is MAGA the one? Because he said his father was heavy into MAGA after Trump got in there, and that swayed him. Deb, can you hear me? I am tired and you're ignoring me. No, I'm reading your messages right now. I'm reading you. Are you sending me messages on Facebook or in chat here? I don't know. Go ask them. All right, I'll ask them, Deb. It's all right. It's okay. Calm down. Yeah, so what do we got? We got somebody that's at 2 rallies, maybe 3. Like I said, at this rally or debate, at this debate, he was very angry. I've seen this debate. Right? He was very upset. Charlie was thrown. He was calling Charlie something, and Charlie went back at him with something. And then the kid got mad and frustrated, looked around and was, and then splewed something. And then Charlie said something back to him. And then the kid said, come on, go on, keep coming. I don't know. He was pretty upset. I don't know. Just a hunch. Let's see what Debbie said. I don't know. Go ask him. I'm done with this. I don't care anymore. What is she doing? Will you quit joking around? Drama woman. I'm asking you serious questions. Are them two the same guy? Or are them 3 the same guy? Is my question. Debbie replied, go ask him. I don't know. I don't think they'd probably let me question him. I don't think they'd let me question him at all. I'm waiting to see what's he gonna do, right? Does he know somebody with money and they're gonna come in? Are they afraid he's gonna talk? And what's the only thing left to do if there is anybody involved? And someone comes in to, we got to get him out of this because if he talks, we're all gonna go down. Maybe, we don't know. Possibly. Are others going to rally around him and free Tyler Robinson? We don't know. We don't know. We hope not. People don't go too crazy. But, like I said, there's always somebody to wreck it for everybody. Where in the world is Waldo? Will be our next video. I think we're going to go until 1 hour here and then we're going to end it. Debbie, that might be one of the... Debbie, are you seeing what I'm seeing that Charlie is wearing? One of them hoodies, probably, that are bulletproof. Yeah. Which we showed you folks on our other video from last night. Go check that out. Showing bulletproof clothing. That just looks like regular clothing. And that might be it. That's a hoodie Charlie's wearing. And we seen one yesterday when Debbie Fox was in chat last night. And, not so grumpy. But that's a whole nother video for another time. That might be a bulletproof shirt. pull over Jersey. If, I'm going to say something. Charlie was a brave man. If he did all these debates and was into the politics and religion and didn't have protection, meaning body armor, out there in the open with nobody, hopefully he knew that would cause commotion and people hate him. But I think maybe it is the bulletproof stuff he had. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to have a great night. Lock your doors, your windows. What have we learned, if anything? Don't be an idiot. And doppelgangers might be real. I don't know. Who knows? All glory goes to God, King of Kings. And be safe. I'll end this video with photos of whoever this person is.